Anders, you can probably find this for me while I greet everyone. It's just a great pleasure to stand here today as Vice-Rector of the University of Oslo and welcome all of you to our campus. We're just so happy to be able to host this wonderful group of Bologna experts from literally all over the world. I start by saying that the University of Oslo is a leading European university and that we're transcending borders. That's an interesting concept for us, transcending borders. As all of you know, coming on the plane up to the northern part of Europe, we are literally in the outskirts of Europe. And not being a part of the European Union, also literally on the outskirts of much that happens there. But indeed, very much a process within the process of all of that. The University of Oslo, you're here today to be a part of our 200-year celebration. So we're especially happy that this conference can be here this year. 200 years with the University of Oslo is a very important marking for us. It was the first university, it is the largest university. And in terms of our history, in terms of the history of Norway, the University of Oslo has been an important part of building up the culture, the knowledge culture of how we identify ourselves as Norwegians in Norway and, of course, in the world. So this new strategy plan that we have is definitely looking forward. Now, a little bit about this university. As I said, we were founded in 1811, and we've been an important role in nation building. And we're a classical university with 8 faculties and 2 museums. I'm sure many of you have similar universities that you're also coming from. We're one of the largest. You can see the numbers here. And our rankings are, of course, important, and the fact that we have Nobel Prize winners. These are the types of things we like to boast about from our universities. And the first picture, of course, is the campus that's downtown. You have the castle, and you have the old campus at the university, and then we have the parliament, and we have the National Theatre. So in the founding part of Norway and the university structure, it was always thought to be a very important part of the building up of Norway as a country. But now we had to expand in the 60s, and now we're up at the Blindern campus. That's where we are today. And I really do hope when you have a lunch break that you're able to walk around, you have a map, and just go out and look. I think we have one of the most beautiful campuses that I've ever worked at. Of course, I'm partial, but you hear from my accent. I grew up in California, and my education was from the University of California, Berkeley. I think this campus is even more beautiful. All of you have this from your own universities. And I can say that in Norway, we have gone in full force into the Bologna Process. And I've been very proud of our activities within the Bologna Process with our 3+2+3. We send students all over Europe. We accept students from all over Europe. And we're very proud of the fact that we can communicate through the Bologna Process with all of the exchanges that we do. These things are very important. So important that internationalization is the key word for our strategic plan for the year 2020. And what internationalization means to a small university in the north in terms of how it becomes a part of a world-class system of universities. Within this strategic plan, I don't want to spend so much time on this, but I'd like you to look at the second point. A learning-oriented university. The University of Oslo shall offer research-based education in line with great universities in the world. We've had a conference this year, a very successful conference in what this actually means. To be a research-oriented university and at the same time pay attention to teaching. And I think it's made us turn around our thoughts about our students, and about the connections our students need to our research faculty. It's something I think we all need to work with. We are very, very much in tune here with the idea that we don't have teaching there and research there. But we have teaching and research. So as a researcher at this university, I am also teaching. And I'm not doing it as two completely separate activities. I'm doing it integrated. And this also means that when I'm working with my students, they should be involved in my research from day one. Now, this is an interesting challenge to get bachelor students involved in research projects. But it's definitely a goal that I think all of us in Europe need to think about, how to work with our students in research activities as soon as they come to universities. And of course, this will be a part of our learning outcomes and our challenges there. And I just want to end by saying that one of the things that we're doing that I think is important in modernization of a curriculum is when we're a traditional university with our traditional 8 faculties, we're starting to look across the boundaries of faculties and establishing programs of research that will also have programs of studies that are looking at what we would consider to be the grand challenges of research in the world today. They're not going to be researched. Our grand challenges are not going to be solved if we stay within the boundaries of our faculties. It's important that people from math and science work with social sciences when we're thinking about global challenges of climate. It's important that people come into the equation whenever we're thinking about challenges in science and medicine. So I'm very proud to be able to show this because I think it's also a good introduction to the seminar that you're working with today. Learning outcomes, what we want to do in Europe, also have to describe where we want our students to be in the future. And in the future, we of course want our students to be able to not just think locally, but to act globally. An important outcome, I would say. So again, welcome to the university. Please ask any of us if you have any questions. We're very happy to talk about this university. We're very proud of our university. And I do hope that you'll enjoy the wonderful spring, summer weather that you brought with you. And I look forward to meeting you during the conference and enjoying dinner with you tonight. So thank you very much.